Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Mancoll Minute. Welcome to the fall. Hope you had a great week as we did here. We've talked about a lot of things, and one of the things that I thought might be a good idea to talk about today is really skincare and making up for a great summer and the fun in the sun. It's great to be outside. It's great to have a little bit of color on our skin, but I can't tell how many patients come in and I look at them and they've got these deep tan lines. I mean, really dark. And I ask them about it and they tell me how good they are with their sunblock, but yet their tan and their tan lines sort of tell me a different story. And I know that for all of them, they're really beating the crap out of their skin. And it may not show up after a year or so, but it does show up over time. And I look at friends of my wife and I who sort of stayed in town since we moved away for about 20 some years. And for us who sort of were in the Midwest and then Texas where we didn't get quite as much sun, and there really is a very big difference in the fine lines, the wrinkles, the age of their skin, which gives them an overall aging look. So it's important to treat your skin well. I love the analogy is you only brush your teeth, when you go to the dentist once or twice a year, and you don't do it daily, you're not going to have good dental hygiene. Why would you expect to have good skin quality if you only do something once or twice a year with Morgan, my esthetician, or like laser peel with my nurse Ashley? There has to be a daily home program that goes along with it for maintenance. And to some degree, you can counter the effects of daily sun. It just can't be an excessive amount of sun. I find out a lot of people really don't understand what a good skincare program is, and admittedly, I wouldn't know if it wasn't part of the business that I do and the profession that I have, but it is really critical. Now, I won't admit to doing all the steps because, one, I'm a guy, and guys are not nearly as good about it as girls are, but it's really very important if good skin quality and that youthful tone of yours is important. It can break down into 4 basic steps where you're cleaning, getting the old dead skin off of the day, you're certainly hydrating with a moisturizer, you're adding growth factors to really help stimulate, and then protecting, which is critical. That means sunblock. And even on days people say to me, oh, I'm not going to the beach today, so I don't need my sunblock. Well, you do. If the sun's up, you need your sunblock. So that's a really important component of it as well. I recommend everybody come in and see Morgan, let her go over these basic steps. I guess I should mention there's also a product that Allergan has now, which is designed to deal with the blue light that comes off of our devices, whether it be our phones or our screens, which and pollutants for that matter, which is another assault on our skin. And so you could argue that there's a 5th class being developed. But regardless of that, it's understanding each of these sort of steps and how important they are as they contribute to overall good skin, youthfulness, and protection. And whether it's products that you get through here or you just like the ones you use, that's fine, but you should find one in each of those classes to use. And that's a very important part of a daily skincare routine. So I'm going to encourage everybody, give us a call. Morgan would love to go over that with you. And then there's things that we do here for those that need some catching up, so to speak, where their skin really has gotten really dry, a lot of fine lines or texture, or doesn't have the same feel as it did, that we can implement for you here. And what the nice thing part about what I think I've developed in the practice is we have everything from the mild treatments, some light peels, let's say microneedling, all the way to the super aggressive stuff. And of course the surgeries I do, facelifts and brow lifts and so on, that's one level, but I'm talking about the laser resurfacings, the truly deep ablative type stuff, and then really everything in between. And when you start researching it and saying, okay, do I want micro peel or a nano peel or halo or all the different things, it gets confusing pretty quickly. What I suggest, come on and let us break this down for you in a simple fashion, because for a lot of these things they overlap in what they do, but the difference become the aggressiveness one treatment may have over another relative to the recovery time. And that's where people have to balance for themselves. All right, how much effort do I want to put? Do I want to just do something that's going to give me a nice effect, but I have to do 4 or 5 treatments? Or do I want one big treatment, which is going to have more recovery? And we can kind of explain that to you. So we can simplify what might otherwise be a very confusing field of skin treatment options that are out there. So give us a holler. In the meantime, have a great week. I'll talk to you next week.